Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Show Me Mary Oshifodure and this is Show Me O'Clock. On this channel, we talk about lifestyle, living in the UK and everything in between. On today's video, this video is not even funny at all. Seriously, I'm even hungry. You can see I'm not smiling. So even to conclude this video, you guys should subscribe to this YouTube channel, please, so that you will not send me back to my village. If you're a new subscriber, please make sure to check out our other videos. And if you are returning subscribers, thank you so much for staying true. And if there are other videos that you want me to talk about or other topics you want me to talk about, do well by suggesting it in the comment section. So today, let me just give you a backstory. So everybody that is in the UK is living by rules, especially if you're in the UK with a visa. So if you come into the UK with your visa, there are some rules guiding you because you're not a citizen. Usually when you're on a tier 2 visa or on a student visa, there is a standing rule that says that you can only take up extra job up to 20 hours. So when COVID-19 came, they needed more hands in the NHS, they needed a lot of support, and they lifted the ban from that rule. So as at then, in 2020 spanning to 2022, people could work unlimited extra hours, including students, including people on tier 2 visa. You could work unlimited hours, which was fine. I enjoyed it because I came in 2021, and you having unlimited hours to work means that apart from your normal hours, you can work as much as you can. So Nigerian in me, for example, if I have leave, because I'm entitled to about 27 days of leave in a year, so when I have my leave, I can actually choose to work during my leave or not do anything. And raising funds for a lot of things. For example, when I wanted to do my wedding, there was a 2-week leave that I had then. I took up 8 extra shifts, and that was cool money that I was able to kind of do the wedding without too much stress. The only stress I was facing was that I was working extra shift. That was the stress I was facing, but I wasn't pressured any financial way in getting funds because there was money due to the extra shifts that I had. So you get where my anger is coming from. Now, UK government has lifted that. Will I say they've lifted the grace? They've lifted the grace and now are restricting us to 20 hours per week. That means that if you do a 12-hour shift, you can only work 1 12-hour extra in a week, regardless of whether you're on leave or you are not on leave, or you have plenty off during one time or you don't have plenty off during another time. You can only take 20 hours extra job. If you're working 8 hours, that means you can take 2 shifts. That's 8 hours plus 8 hours, that's 16 hours. So you can take 2 8 hours, making 16 hours. 12-hour shift, you can take 1 12-hour shift and 1 8-hour shift, making it 20 hours, but you cannot do more than 20 hours. That is why I am angry. I am very, very angry right now. Around Komi, I am irritable. If you bring any billing to me, I'm really angry because there's no way, there's no two way about it. All your NHS friends that have been flexing, from extra shift, maybe when they have leave, they work 3 days and enjoy the rest of their leave, mine inclusive. It can happen. Even to, I was planning my leave that when I have some certain leave, I'm going to work some extra hours so that I can get extra money, then use it to flex myself. Maybe I'm going to be shaking my bum on the yacht in an island, or going to Dubai, or going somewhere else. But now they've ruined my plan. So you see why you guys need to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that I can start making money from YouTube with the information I bring here to you. Please, if you're watching to this point, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Drop comments so that YouTube can push my videos, so that before the end of this year, they can start giving me money from YouTube. You people should push me to 4,000 watch hours. Like, it is not funny at all. So what they're telling you now is that if you're a student or you're on tier 2 visa, you can only work 20 hours additionally. Like, you can only work extra 20 hours, which I think is not fair. So for people that are doubting Thomas, because as of last week, it was causing some people didn't really get it because they had not updated it on the government website. So they were like, is it true, is it not true? From October 4, if you're working anything more than 20 hours extra shifts, just know that Nigeria will say oti law. Just know that when you want to get your, they're not going to chase you, they're not going to do anything to you. You will work and they will give you the money. But when it is time for you to get your indefinite leave to remain, or if they are probing you for anything at all and they just probe you, HMRC just probes you, they might cancel your visa. That's one. And number two, they might not approve your indefinite leave to remain. So what's the point of doing something now that is going to ruin the so much benefit you're going to have later in future? I know this is not a really good news for most of us here, but then we just have to live with it. If you are in African country, or if you're not here in the UK and you can see this video, please don't bill your UK friends. They are angry at the moment, so that they will not use that anger on you. For example, if anybody bills me now, I am so angry that, like, I can't slap the person. Like, why are you billing me? There's no money on ground. There's no money. There's no way we can do extra shifts. Do you get? Not saying we can't do extra shift. We can actually do extra shift, but 20 hours, like, that's it. So I'm just going to be reading from the government website. It says you can take additional pay work on this visa. I'm reading from the government website on tier 2 visa. That's the note under taking additional work. You can do additional paid work on this visa as long as you're still doing the job you are being sponsored for. You can do unpaid voluntary work. You can work up to 20 hours in a week in that job. That is either in the same occupational code and same level as your main job, in shortage occupation list. So any of the jobs that you are doing should be within those two categories. So the only clause to it is that if you'll be working more than 20 hours a week in a different occupational code, you would need to apply to update your visa. So you have to update your visa so that you will be sponsored on both jobs. For example, that is the only part that you can do 2 jobs and more than 20 hours in a week. So your current visa has the COS of your sponsor. For example, my current visa has the COS of my sponsor, which is the hospital I'm working with. If I ever decide to work more than 20 hours for another job, they have to also give me certificate of sponsorship. So I will then update my visa with their own certificate of sponsorship. And I kid you not, no one is going to give you a certificate of sponsorship for a part-time job, at least that I am aware of. They're really not going to give you like NHSP. NHSP is never going to give you a sponsorship. They don't hold a sponsorship license, and they won't give you a COS for that. So you will need to get a new certificate of sponsorship from your second employer. Include a letter with your application explaining that you want to change your current permission to stay, and that also means that it is left to them to rather approve it or deny it. So you see that it is very complicated. For example, when this rule came out, I had some of my colleagues that were so angry because they had plans, just like me. For your leave, you're planning, let me work 5 shifts. When I work 5 shifts, the money I'm going to use it to do something tangible. For example, someone wanted to use it towards a master's, and that person wanted to use it towards anything that you want to do. It's actually tangible money. Here in Nigeria, we are not really used to taking long period of leave. So you understand, because 1 month, nobody's really used to resting in Nigeria. flexing and resting. When you are here, you just want to work and work and work so that you can meet your target, or so that you can do some other things. But unfortunately, this is what has happened. I'm going to leave the link here in the description box. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but it's also good news, because if you have this information, it's going to help you to plan ahead. It's going to help you to know what to expect, and it's going to most eventually prevent you from getting into trouble with the UK government. It's going to prevent you from getting into trouble with the UK government. I'm going to drop the link here in the description box. And if you think that this video is helpful, please do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, drop your comments. And if you're already working in the UK, how has this news affected you? Because it has affected me, and I've shared my pain with you guys. How has this affected you? Or have you heard of, if you're not in the UK, is any of your UK friend already giving you eye or getting angry at you for some certain things? Just let me know, because this period we are all angry. All right, till we see again in our next video. Thank you for subscribing. Bye for now.